Hi, Dad. I hope your 3 month journey to Venus was interesting. I didn't know I was into squash, so I learned that, and I took some time to learn some Japanese. Started off not good. I mean, it's something that's just like never gonna understand it. Now, our trip took 3 months, so we had a lot of time to do much things. It's hot and dusty work. The question is, if you think about it, well, how does like, of course, you can have a space station around Venus to make sense to be there, but actually, the interesting thing about Venus is that there's what we call a Goldilocks zone. That is, it's not too hot and not too cold, not too much pressure, not too little pressure. It's actually a zone where you can kind of, sort of survive as humans. Just don't go outside because the air is not breathable and it's very acid. But there's a good reason you want to go to Venus. Like, as humans, Venus has two properties that are very interesting. On the one hand, it is super energy rich, which means that you can take this energy, and it has a lot of hydrocarbons. So going forward, there's a good chance that humans will colonize Venus, at least mechanically, with robots, but maybe even as a tourist attraction, as we're doing it right now, for basically getting any like plastics or other things that make sense and using the energy. And that's one of the really interesting things, is because if you think about building a city in the clouds, basically think like huge hot air balloons with the basket being the size of a small skyscraper. So, this is your card, by the way, which basically shows this. But I have a artist impression of how this might look like. It's kind of, sort of. There's one small bit missing because how do you get the hot air? Now, you could use kind of light, try to get some hydrogen or helium, but actually, it's much easier if you just put a small hose down into the lower atmosphere, blow up the hot, really, really, really hot air, and put it into this huge the chamber. That has two interesting aspects of it. One, it provides buoyancy for your, and it's always available. Basically, all you need to do is regularly pump air up there. The second thing is interesting is because from an energy point standpoint, now you have a hot air inside and cool-ish air outside. And this is a nice thing because this allows you to create a lot of energy simply by using a Stirling engine, which is a simple device that was kind of invented before the steam engine, where you can use a heat differential to make mechanical energy. And this is like, so it's basically, imagine you have these hot air balloons, and down there you have like your place where you're gonna live, and you have these Stirling engines around at the base or the top or wherever, it doesn't matter, but using the heat differential between the hot air inside your buoyancy device and outside in the air. And this allows you to have a lot of energy for kind of free. Um, and that would make sense. I mean, granted, Venus is not the place where you can do a lot of interesting things. Touristically, it's pretty because you have pretty clouds, but that's where it kind of ends. Taking hot air balloon trips and other things might be fun, but basically, there, because reach the surface itself and interesting side note. Although neither Mars nor Venus is in the reach to be terraformed, Venus is actually simpler to be terraformed. I'll link it to a video that explains how to terraform Venus, and that's kind of interesting. Now, the interesting thing is that, like, finally, don't forget to come your next connecting flight, which is going to be to Mars. Uh, to Mars, we're going to take 9 months. It's going to be even worse. If you look at your itinerary, you'll see we're currently flying with Sagan Space Lines. I took this idea from the wonderful series of Cosmos that has Carl Sagan and the um, Ship of the Imagination Kunst. So I thought maybe we're on our own ship of the imagination, and I hope to hear from you soon when we are looking at this wonderful planet, Mars, 9 months down the road. Cheers.